one, your reaction to the Biden administration announcing basically a return to remain in Mexico? And second, on the E-Verify piece of this, you tried this in your first year in office. Obviously, there was a lot of pushback from the business and the agriculture community. How do you sell this to the hospitality and farmers?
So, great question. So, Biden, we are hearing that they are going to do even more in response to some of the stuff we've done by reinstituting some of the policies that had been in place that he repealed, like Remain in Mexico. I think they need to do that. After we did the Martha's Vineyard, they actually did limited Remain in Mexico in response to that for Venezuelans and maybe for some others. We also have the case that we brought in federal court against the Biden administration challenging their catch and release policies. Because what they're doing with catch and release, they're basically nullifying existing law. They're granting just parole to everybody, but that's not the way it is written in the law. That case is submitted before the Federal District Court in the Northern District of Florida. We believe we're going to win that case, and so that's going to put additional pressure on them to try to get with the program. So it's sad that they've let in 5 million plus illegal aliens over just a 2-year period. I would like to see them take steps to stop that. At the end of the day, if you change the policies and you send the signal that we're not going to be honoring, because what's happening, people know if they just claim asylum, coming across the southern border, if you get in, fine. If they stop you, just claim asylum, and it triggers this ridiculous process when these are not people that are really eligible for asylum. They're economic migrants. They want to be able to come and just work because America's better than they came from. And I get that, and I probably would feel the same way if I were in their shoes. But that's not how you govern a country based on the rule of law, and it just doesn't work. So I hope that they get smart on this. I think if he's going to run again, this is a massive problem for him. And I think that they're wising up about that, because you can't defend the borders of your own country. That's kind of like your primary job. In terms of the political opposition, look, these are tough issues because you basically have a Democrat Party now that is for open borders. They don't believe in enforcing immigration law. So they oppose E-Verify because their view is you don't have a right to tell a foreign national that they can't come illegally. It's insane, their ideology, but that's kind of woke ideology run amok. And that's pretty much all of those folks. So then you have us Republicans, you have people like Blaze who are basically rule of law first, and then you have others that are more catering to some of the corporate. And I think what we ended up with a couple years ago was enhanced employment verification, but you did not have to use E-Verify. You were able to hold these documents. We were given limited authority to audit that at the state level. So although we were able to hold some accountable, it was not what you need. And I think people look at this and they say, you know what, we need to get this right. Here's the thing. People want to come to Florida. We were looking about all the stuff with housing and all this other stuff. Wouldn't it be better for us because I can't prevent people from coming. If you want to move from New York or Michigan or whatever, that's your right. Now, most of them are moving, I think, for the right reasons, it turns out, and they want to be part of what we're doing here, which is great, and they're not trying to vote a different way. But nevertheless, you can come regardless of that. And so we have that. Wouldn't it be better to say that the migration coming into Florida are American citizens, or at least people who are here lawfully? And that's what we want to get to.